Hello, namaste. Welcome to one of the most interesting and one of my most favorite topics fighter jets. If you had infinite money, would you just buy 500 of the most expensive fighter jets in the world for your air force? It sounds logical, right? That is to pick the best jet out there. But in the modern warfare, the Swiss Army knife type of jet, the most ideal jet, is a myth. A jet designed to carry massive payloads, which becomes very heavy, loses its agility to engage in a dogfight, whereas a jet built for pure stealth needs to hide its weapons under its bay, limiting how much it can carry. Today on No Things, we are diagnosing the strict trade offs of the aerospace engineering and why the air forces rely on a spectrum of jets to rule their skies rather than one single jet. Just like boxing, there are different weight categories in the jets. Each category of weight dictates their roles. So the three weights are light weights, medium weights, and the heavy weights. First, the light weights. These are the light combat aircrafts. We call it LCA. The most popular example is HAL's Tejas. Light combat aircraft like this HAL Tejas are called point guards. Being small and relatively cheap, they are insanely agile and they are very quick to scramble and intercept the enemy jets. So their job is basically quick response interception. So it is possible to scramble Tejas in just under 6 minutes to protect the local airspace. Some of these jets may not have long range flying, but some can be made efficient to fly as far as possible. Next, the mediums. These are called MMRCA, that is medium multi-role combat aircrafts. So these are like jack of all trades. So they have the advantage of being lightweight as well as the advantage of ability to carry higher payloads. The best examples for us are the Rafale jets. So they strike balance, carry a heavy weapon load for deep strikes, as well as retaining the agility to defend themselves in case of a dogfight. Next come the heavyweight combat aircraft. Our example here is the Su-30 MKI. This is basically a flying tank. Being a heavyweight, it's huge. It contains the heavy BrahMos missiles, radars, and various other missiles. Besides its interesting feature of ability to loiter over the airspace for hours to dominate a massive area. It has its own style of multi-role capacity in the form of attack, that is offense, as well as guiding the rafales using its radars. While the modern jets are being increasingly manufactured for this multi-role capability in the search of an ideal jet, historically they were built for specific tasks. There were classes historically for the jets with highly specific jobs. There are again three types. First is the interceptors. These are built for high altitude flying and high speed ability to catch the bombers before they can drop their bombs. The main purpose is the raw speed. Agility is second. The examples are the MiG 25s and 29s. The second category are the ground attack jets. These are for close air support. These are jets, on the contrary to the interceptors, they fly at low speeds and low altitudes to protect the infantry on the ground. They are heavily armored to survive the ground fire because enemies attack them too, and these carry anti tank weapons. In the era of modern warfare, the incidences of a close fight in terms of distance is becoming rare and rare. Previously, the armies used to have a face off, that is, they have to reach into the vicinity of the enemy army post and then attack. So, in that case, if the situations are bad, these particular ground attack aircrafts will be handy to destroy the enemy forces. Next are the strategic bombers. We previously discussed in interceptors that they are for high altitude and high speed flying to catch the bombers. So these particular bombers, they are designed to carry huge payloads. So they sneak through the enemy airspace and bomb the target. So these particular strategic bombers, they are not fighters at all. They are insanely huge. They can fly insanely long and they can carry insanely heavy payload. So they are designed to fly across continents and destroy all the strategic targets, be it the army battalions or ships or factories at one go. The examples are the B-2 Spirit bomber. Based on the technology leaps, these fighter jets are classified into generations. These leaps are in the form of computing, radar, and stealth. Post World War, the fighter jets used were increasingly made of better computing abilities. Before 1960s and 70s, these were the third generation aircrafts. They have advanced radars and had first of its kind beyond visual range missiles, and speed was the primary focus. Examples, the MiG-21s. After 1970s, we entered into the era of the fourth generation fighter jets. These are still being used by many of the air forces across the globe, and the focus shifted back to maneuverability and high agility. The examples are the Mirage 2000 and Su-27 jets. In the 21st century, we saw the 4.5 generation jets. These are the jets with advanced radars and upgraded with advanced data links and partial stealth materials. The best example is the Rafale jet. We just entered into the stealth era. That brings us to the fifth generation fighter jets. Not all countries have the ability to make the fifth generation fighter jet. Currently, we only have a handful of these fighter jets, even in numbers, and these are built exclusively for stealth. That is, they hide from the enemy radars. How do you think it's possible? The shape of the fighter jets either deflects or absorbs the radar waves. These jets comes with a secret coating on them. The coating absorbs the radar waves. The engines mask heat. They don't leave a heat signal. And the weapons are hidden inside the body, so they are not exposed outside to be visible on the radars. They have insane computing capacities that they are called flying supercomputers, and they gather and share real-time battlefield data seamlessly. The examples are F-22 Raptors, F-35, Su-57 fighter jets. Each is special in their own way.